So good. Today is 25 of May of the year 2023. It's 2:51 p.m. And today, yet not so fast, I'll talk about, in regards to politics, I'll talk about a non-hereditary capitalist economic system. So, um, well, how to start? People think that we live in that the world is divided. Let me start again. People think that in regards to economy, world divides itself basically, just basically into capitalism and communism. Give me a second. Um, well, it doesn't matter if whether you live under capitalism or, well, it could be communism. We are yet everywhere, all over the world, in every nation, I mean, we live under hereditary economic systems. I won't enter too much into history or whatever to kind of, well, this was established basically by Masons. Let me be honest. I'm not right. I have just woken up, so I'm not like lightning here, like a thunderbolt, whatever. I'm not lightning. I'm not so fast right now. Yet, this was established by the Masons basically to maintain. It's what it always has given them, the ultimate power of the world. They always maintain their capital, their, well, yeah, their capital, their, how to say it. Excuse me, I'm being interrupted right now. So I was saying, to inherit from parents, from whatever, from relatives, how to say it, goods, with inheriting goods from their parents' relatives, Masons have achieved to maintain the power, absolute control basically of the whole world among since 200 years ago, whatever the fuck. So, of course, so the thing is, what to say? Let me put an example to understand why. For you to understand why a inheritance, hereditary, and non-hereditary capitalist system is even being proposed. Imagine, well, let's put a stupid example. You should just already know it. Imagine you have like an NBA or a soccer or a baseball fucking team of really good stars, whatever the shit. And imagine they fucking, imagine the sons of this sportman, sportman, just inherit the positions. I mean, just for you being son of someone who was a sportman, you get to keep playing after he stops playing. He stops playing, and, well, just like in the money system, you understand what I mean, and like that for then the sons of the sons and so on. You get it. for 200 years, 200 years, let me say, English is not my best. So, well, what do you get? 200 years later, nobody will be producing nothing correctly, efficiently, effectively, optimizedly, how to say that, at all. I mean, nobody will fucking score a goal or whatever the shit. You you understand what I mean, and you should. So the thing is, this is exactly what is happening with money. With the money system, it's not just with money; it's with everything. Yeah, this is what is happening with the production of nations, with the production stage of nations. I mean, people who should really be producing and producing good, producing a lot, producing with excellent, great quality, whatever I just stuttered there. Um, so people excuse me, people who should be producing good, fast, excellent, and great, and whatever shit is not producing nothing because you do not get money when you get right here to Earth. Basically, let me say. Um, Give me a second. So, and people who actually, well, and there then, and people who actually do not have the capacity to produce like that, actually is responsible for producing and spending everything. I mean, people do not understand that money is it, how to say it. It entails some kind of responsibility. And well, what happens if you, some kind, I said, and what happens if you do not have it? Like, especially you will not have it if you have been inheriting um, money since your father or your grandfather or whatever. Um, I mean, everything. The when you have to produce and you when you have for producing good, let me say, you just have to go through a learning stage. You have to, well, this is all, I'm not expressing myself so good. I have been interrupted 2 times, excuse me. But producing good, great, fast, and as I have said, great, excellent, it entails also a learning stage too, um, which people who inherit do not happen to pass over that stage. And even if they would, this is just also as much producing good and so on. It requires as much a skill as, for example, to play soccer. So, so I mean, current status of the world basically is that no system is well designed, no politics is well designed, no product is well designed, no process is well designed, no one is where they should be in regards to positions, jobs, power, whatever the shit. Um, you got a lot of people. Um, there are many examples. I just can't come up with any of those right now. Um, Yet, I mean, you do not even need to really. I mean, for example, let us just say Google. What do you think? Google was just a fucking fucker right somewhere, or Facebook or whatever shit, who just got an idea and started making an app, and then just that they made it on their own. Like, I do not want to be unrespectful, but are you fucking stupid? I mean, and I mean, um, well, won't say what those two platforms really are, or companies, or whatever the shit. What I mean is, there's a lot of dark financing going all over the place, all over the world, and you do not get to know about it. So you may say, I don't know, some fucker like Bill Gates or the Amazon fucker or whatever those fucking shits um, made it on their own. No, it was Masons actually helping each other. You just do not know about it. That's the only fucking thing. But what happens? You happens that big corporations. I don't know. I'm not living in the U.S. right now. Never living there. Never been there. Never nothing. Yet I imagine how things should work right there, over there, and especially because this video is directed towards the United States. Excuse me, my really bad pronunciation. Um, Give me a second. So I mean, this subject deserves a deep treatment, basically, and I'll try to say one more thing. Um, what to say? Well, the whole system of giving a prize to who produces good gets disrupted, and the same with punishing the one or the ones who do not want to produce, or do not want to produce good. They just want the money. You make some fucking shit just like that, put it to work, make some money, give me the money, I'll get to the Bahamas, and that's it. That's the fucking mentality of these fucking people. And that's why everything works like shit everywhere. Um, so thing is, inheritance should be, how to say it, not avoided, something like it, avoided. Um, Abolished. Inheritance should be abolished. It's modern slavery, basically. Um, and you perhaps you do not even have where, how to rent the fucking house, perhaps, even an apartment or whatever. Um, an apartment, whatever. Um, well, I think not many of you have really understood what I meant. You will over time understand, or perhaps never, what I'm really meaning. But um, you should get rich based on what you do, not on where have you been born or whatever. And it is not just a matter of personal, individual, and social justice. It's a matter of social good, good work, good excuse me, good of the. It's a matter of the society working good. I mean, if you are just going to give, what happens with a soccer player, for example, if you give him time to the opportunity to play, he will try his fucking best. You know what I mean? He will try to score a goal. He will try to do something, whatever. Yet, um, if you just give some soccer player the position just for granted to be able to play on a game and over again on a game and on another game and so on. Well, and especially if he has never even been interested at all in scoring goal or whatever, because he was just a kid of Lionel Messi or whatever the fuck, or whatever the fuck. I mean, not anything real. Yet, you get what I mean. He will probably be interested in such. Yet, them they yet I should start again. Yet I won't. I may replace this video in the future. Yet for now, I would just say um, everything works like shit everywhere. You make the math. Banks, markets, digital enterprises, software enterprises, hardware producers, who produces this, who produces this, who produces this, who produces, I don't know, this, who produces fucking the whole house, housing companies, companies, whatever the fuck. You just name it. You should start naming companies and companies and companies and companies and companies and presidents and organizations and whatever the shit. And you should get the idea. They are all there because they have been fucking inheriting 99% of them. And the ones that do not, that you say that are not there because of that, it's just because you don't know they actually are and you just do not know it. So that's what I wanted to really say. So there's just a tiny bit really tiny bit who has made, but it should not be a tiny bit. There are fucking many people like perhaps Elon Musk or whatever. Not so much. I mean, he got his goals good. He has been aiming good at what he has been doing. I mean, whatever. So the thing is, why do you get to have $1 million just upon someone's death next day? Just for, I mean, you start building a startup or a company or whatever the fuck. You are 3 years working 20 hours a day, whatever the fuck, and someone comes right before you, and in 1 week he builds up 10 times what you have built because he was able to hire 50 employees just like that. It's not fucking fair. Yet it's not about fairness only, about justice, about moral, about ethics, about I do not know the word, but it's also about the others. I mean, not just about you. If you do not get to produce good, no one will. And not only that, but who do not have the capacity to produce good or do not want to or are not interested or even want you fucked up like Masons, will be producing everything to provide it to you, to maintain you as a slave. And there you are, fucking watching TV all fucking day. I mean, I do not want to cross the line here, but you get what I mean. I mean, you do not have nothing to actually do, you never had dreams, you never had nothing. Because you weren't able to have them in the first place. And that's what this project is about. It has not been the best video, wherever. Yet, what to say for last? Well, just that inheritance should be fucking abolished. Thank you for watching.